Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Music Marketing TV. I'm Dan D, and thanks for tuning in to Tips and Tricks. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how to use Turnado for transitions. Alright, so right now I have something really basic. It's just a chop, loop, transition kind of thing going on, you know, something like this. Really simple. Notice how everything's looping here. Alright, so now you can see it's getting faster and faster, and this loop is about 16 bars. Nice, really long one. A little bit of a speed up thing happening. And then it goes into the dancing part. Right, so we're going to use Turnado to enhance what we have here so that it just sounds way better. Alright, here we go. So open up Turnado, and I have 5 effects that I've pre-made here, and essentially it's going to make some really cool racing noise, kind of gradual transition here. Let me give you an example here. So fast forward in the timeline. Right, so we want to do something like that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Let's start off fresh here so we I can show you exactly how to do this, right? So you select, you know, your amount of effects. You can use up to 8 here, and what we're gonna do is basically use the dictator to dictate how our effects are gonna happen. Alright, so if you don't know how to use this yet, it's easy. Look for a little effect here that you want to use, drag and drop, whatever you want to do there, right? And I'm using filters, some tone stuff, it's called a tonalizer, some delay stuff, some reverb, and using another tonalizer to do kind of a race car effect. Alright, so the next thing, when you find what effect you want to use, click this dictator button here at the top, and then we're going to start drawing in some cool transitions. So this is color coded, so as you can see here, if I draw a first line in row 1, you're gonna notice that it's orange, so it relates to the filter. Alright, so I'm gonna bring it down and drag this all the way up. My starting position, I want it all the way off. So to do that, if it's already giving you some sort of preset kind of value, you can hover over your point here, hold shift, and then scroll down, and you can see that it's starting to fade. Alright, you can go up or down depending on which way you want to go. So I want to gradually get into where I want to go, and I think that looks about cool. Halfway. I don't want to go too much on my filter. To hear what it sounds, you can just press play. Alright, and bring this all the way up. Then you can choose your value. I think halfway sounds fine to me. Right, let's move on to the next one. And we have a tonalizer here, and let's do the same thing. Gradually get up all the way, drag this point there, bring this all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna hold shift, I'm gonna scroll all the way up, and this one I'm gonna scroll all the way down. So as you can see now, my 2 knobs are going at 2 different speeds, but eventually get to where they want to go. Right, my third column, my third row, I have my delay, and I don't want to put it from, you know, the beginning, so I'm gonna make it start over here. Let's drag this, go all the way there. And I'm going to start from 0 to amazingly full. Alright. On my 4th column, let's see, we have a reverb. So let's see, let's start something like this. Halfway from 0 to full. Right? And I have another tonalizer. But this time, I need to hear what my tone's gonna be, so I'm gonna disable these by hitting these buttons here so that I only have the tonalizer working. So let's try this. Turn it all the way up. And there you go, there's the kind of pitch that I want, and I'm essentially making this race car kind of engine sound. So I found it. It's somewhere there. I'm gonna bring this point. Let's see here. Actually, let's delete this point. I'm gonna just right click that button, go to the top, and then go find that last point again. There we go. Found it again. So now that's my last point, but my beginning is a little bright. So that means it's going higher. So it's going the wrong way. So I want to drop this down so it moves along and gradually gets in there, just like my other tonalizer. Alright, so now I have kind of like this sound happening. Alright, so it's pretty cool. And let's enable these effects again and see what we have here. Pretty cool stuff. Right, so we're gonna use that to our advantage, and we're gonna automate this because we don't want to play our song like this, you know, throughout the whole thing and record this. We want to draw it in so our life's a little easier, right? So make sure you move this around right now, just like this. Right, you're gonna touch it. Okay, you want to make sure it's the last thing you've touched. You want to go to Tools, go to Last Tweaked, and go to Create Automation Clip. Now the reason why we have to do that is because it's a third-party VST, and there's no feature to right-click and, you know, kind of automate clip, create an automate clip. So we got to create one that way. All right. So there we go. We have our automation clip there at the bottom. Right. So we want to make a really long sustained thing. So I'm gonna drop this down here, like so. Drop this one down here, and then I'm gonna just do, you know, your typical gradual on off. Check this out. I'm just gonna fast forward here. Let's take a look at Tornado. It's moving. Hey, that's pretty cool. So you can do that kind of automation, or you can try something new. You want to select this last point here, that top one. You're gonna right click it and you're gonna hit stairs, or you can choose pulse or any other thing here that you would, you know, like to use. But I'm gonna use stairs. And now as I move this little circular thing here, right, this little point, this is the tension point, and I'm gonna move it up. You're gonna notice that it's gonna create stairs. Pretty cool stuff. Now I want to kind of do this so that it kind of makes sense, you know, in a way. Now I'm gonna just maybe try this right there. Or no, let's go a little slower, just so we can get the idea, right? So let me show you. So at the beginning it should be off because there's nothing there. Boom. Next count goes a little higher. Next one. And the next one. So it's essentially climbing now. Alright. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. A few tricks on using Tornado. If you have any questions or comments below, leave a comment below if you have any. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to set up your project a little more in depth. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm Dan D from Music Marketing TV. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace!